For the last 4 years, you've been gaslit by the Biden-Harris administration saying that the economy is roaring. They push this leftist economic theory that somehow you can just print money willy-nilly and somehow inflation is never going to go up. They also, the whole point behind it is it's got this Marxist redistribution theory behind it that they're just going to print money, to give it to people who have student loan debts for going into lesbian dance theory at Berkeley, or, even something, a little more dumb like journalism. And for the second, I laugh about that because I'm a journalism major. And what the data is showing right now is that despite all the things that Kamala Harris has done, all the things that Joe Biden has done, after 3.5 long years of awful economic data, the 6 months before the election, and this happens all the time, the economy is starting to look a little bit better. And again, I talk about this a lot, but inflation, it adds up over time. So we're never getting that back. It's always going to be that way. So is the economy really great? It's really not. But in any case, people are perceiving it as getting better. This is not the case anymore. The Fed came out today with the numbers on job growth and unemployment. And much to the chagrin of Democrats, the rates are not being decreased. They're probably not going to be decreased even this year, just because of where inflation is at. And this is really bad news for Democrats because it means that inflation has not, in fact, been curbed like you're hearing from Biden and Harris. Unemployment also, just a couple figures for you. This is just to show just how absolutely abysmal the economy is. It's never gotten good. It got medium for a couple months there, and people started feeling just because of the gaslighting from the media that maybe it was getting better. It was never getting better. Unemployment went up to 4.3%, which is kind of an average number. It's not awful, it's not bad, but what is more concerning is how fast it went up. I think it was at 4.1% to 4.3%, which is quite fast, and that usually is an indicator of a recession. CNN reported on this. They said this. They said, quote, July's surprisingly low estimated employment gains of 114,000 and the surprising high 4.3% jobless rate painted a picture of a significantly weaker job market and raised some fears of a pending recession. Last month's payroll gains were significantly lower than the 175,000 that economists were expecting. According to FactSet, the unemployment rate was forecast to remain at 4.1, but again, like I said, it went up to 4.3. This is the really interesting thing, though. However, while Friday's report showed that the cracks in the labor market may be widening, there are some indications it still remains on solid enough footing for now. It's a labor market that appears to be on the brink. If you or anyone that you know is looking for a job right now, you're feeling that on the brink kind of vibe. Unemployment rate, does it matter a little bit? Sure. There are certain things that go into an unemployment rate, such as how long someone's searching for a job, if they're even searching for it. We know that a lot of the government programs have made it so people don't even look for jobs. And so just because the unemployment rate is something does not mean that that is necessarily going to, translate into you. Again, we can look at the numbers all day long, but you as an individual, if you're looking for a job and you can't find one, you can't be gaslit enough by the Biden-Harris administration saying how good the economy is. The narrative from Kamala Harris right now is that Bidenomics is working. It's a complete farce. The narrative that jobs have been incredibly robust is completely crap. Anyone trying to find a job right now is having a significantly harder time finding a job than you were in 2018 under Donald Trump, hands down. Again, there's data out there to totally support that, but literally you can't be gaslit into it because you saw it. That is what people are experiencing right now. And so that jobs report came, with that jobs report came the stock drop. The market has just absolutely shot down today. Just today, the Dow is down 2.1%. The S&P is down 2.3%. The NASDAQ is down 2.7%. QQQ, which is a tech stock index, a lot of people are invested in it, is down 3% today. And then there's other ones that are down 4-5%. These are really, really bad numbers. If you look at, again, this is just today. This is one day. If you look at it over the week, a lot of these stock indexes are down 4-5%. Because it wasn't just today that was really bad. It's partly today because of the job declines and the unemployment rate going up. But this whole week has been abysmal. Here's the biggest question with this, though. Why aren't Republicans hammering Kamala Harris for helping cause this? Because make no mistake, she will continue to raise prices with her energy and spending policies as president. So why, again, Kamala Harris has no problem staying close to Biden and his policies, which is crazy. I mean, she has really no choice at this point, but it is kind of crazy because of how Americans view Bidenomics. So she's got no problem being close to it. Why are Republicans not focusing on that? Nobody wants the policies. I mean, she literally came out as a senator and said that she wanted to ban fracking. Do you know what that would do to gas prices? Do you know what that would do? I mean, gas prices would be over, basically. Do you know what that would do for grocery prices? Republicans have to remind Americans how bad the economy is because Americans have such poor memories. Sure, everyone's still hating the economy. You kind of feel it, but they should be hating the politicians who messed up the economy. Like, your hate doesn't need to be towards the economy. The economy should function fine on its own. It's the politicians who are screwing with it every second to print money so they can redistribute it because they're Marxists. They're the ones that's screwing up the economy. And for some reason, that hate, for Biden and Kamala Harris has kind of waned recently. All it takes is Republicans with some good campaigns, with a new marketing strategy and a new campaign strategy to get out and remind everybody how much they've hated Biden and Kamala Harris the last 4 years on the economy. And for some reason, not even 6 months before the debate, I mean, we're at 3 months before the debate, or not the debate, the election, and they're dropping the ball. They're not talking about it anymore. I just don't understand why that would be. I think this would probably be the best attack on Kamala Harris, hands down. She's not running from it. She's proud of it. So hammer on this, and Republicans will win if they do that. If not, we're going to look at 4 more years of this kind of economy because, again, this is part of their theory. This isn't just something that happened to happen. Ideas have consequences. This is the theory. The theory is if you can just keep printing money and then reinvesting it in Americans by redistributing it from the wealthy to the poor, the middle class, then somehow inflation won't matter because wages will go up. That has never happened. It's never happened once. Not to mention the fact that Trump's tax policies from 2017 are up for, they have to be redone. Congress has to repass them in 2025. I'm not so sure that, a Kamala Harris administration is going to sign that bill. She might. I mean, it's not going to look great, but it's consistent with the ideology that she would not do that. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please go down below, comment, like, and subscribe, and watch another video.